Have you really ever looked out the window of an airplane? And when I say look, I mean really look. Now, when you're approaching the airport and you look outside, you see all the tiny houses, tiny buildings, the small mountains, the small rivers. Everything just seems so small and minuscule. But what happens as you get closer to the airport and you start descending, those houses seem a lot bigger. Those buildings seem a lot bigger. Those landmarks that you could once easily identify become a little bit more obscured. Before, you was able to clearly trace a path from one part of town to the next. However, that's not really the case anymore. Now, that path is still there to get from here to there. However, we can't really see it as well as we could a couple of minutes before. So, I'll say that again. The path is still there. However, because of our vantage point has changed, we can no longer readily identify it as we could before. So, imagine for a moment, you're going from Atlanta to New York. You're going to take that long drive. What are some of the tools or equipment that you'll probably need to make that journey a success? A car, of course, but we'll take that for granted. What else? A map. I know, times have changed, so let's say a map app. So, you're driving from Atlanta to New York and you have Siri in the car with you. That's probably a smart idea. She can kind of direct you from 85 all the way up, getting into the Jersey Turnpike, crossing over the Verrazano Bridge, Gothel's Bridge, into New York. Now what? You've gotten into New York. You did the hard part. Now you're trying to pinpoint that specific location that you intended on getting to. Is it better to still have Siri with you? Or would you prefer somebody who's been there before? Somebody who knows the traffic in New York, who knows how those yellow cabs like to go from one side of the curb to the next just to pick up a fare. Who know that you need to blow your horn when you're in New York if you're trying to get anywhere. Who know that you need to drive a little bit more aggressive in New York than when you are in the South. Or would you prefer just to stick with Siri? Now, the choice is yours. However, most people will probably prefer the experienced person over the machine. So, would an expert who understands the obstacles specific to your end goal be of value to you on your journey? If so, then why do so few of us have them? So we'll continue next week when we talk about tour guide or travel agent. So I encourage you as always to dream big, go all in, and be great. It's 2017. I'm ready to go all in. Are you?